know how this all shakes down tomorrow. So I may not have the opportunity to say this publicly. But I have to say, Congressman Lewis, sir, brother, father, Lewis, I would have been honored to be nominated for this award any year. But I have to say, it is especially special this year with you. And I just need you to know that in case I can say it tomorrow. Chapter 1, World Records. Check this out. So, this dude named Andrew Dahl, he holds the world record for blowing up the most balloons with his nose. And I'm not really sure how he found out that was some kind of special talent. And I can't even imagine how much snot be in those balloons. But hey, it's a thing, and apparently Andrew's the best at it. There's also this lady named Charlotte Lee who holds the world record for owning the most rubber ducks. Now here's what's weird about that. I mean, why would you even own one rubber duck, let alone 5,631? I mean, come on. And me, I probably hold the world record for knowing about the most world records. That and for eating the most sunflower seeds. Let me guess. Sunflower seeds, Mr. Charles practically shouts from behind the counter of what he calls his country store, even though we live in a city. Mr. Charles, who, by the way, looks just like James Brown if James Brown were white, has been ringing me up for sunflower seeds 5 days a week for about 3 years now. He can barely hear a thing, which is why he's always yelling at everybody, and everybody's always yelling at him. His store is a straight-up scream fest, not to mention the extra sound effects from the loud TV he keeps behind the counter, cowboy movies on repeat. Mr. Charles is also the guy who gave me this book, the Guinness World Records, which is where I found out about Andrew Dahl and Charlotte Lee. He tells me I can set a record one day, a real record, be one of the world's greatest somethings, maybe. But I know one thing, Mr. Charles, he gotta hold the record for saying, let me guess, sunflower seeds, because he say that every single time I come in the store, which means I'll probably also already hold the record for responding loudly the exact same way. Let me guess, $1. That's my comeback. 7 million times. And then I slap a buck in the palm of his wrinkly hand and he puts that bag of seeds in mine. How about the sunflower seeds? I used to just put a whole bunch of them in my mouth at the same time, suck all the salt off and spit them all out machine gun style. I could have probably set a world record in that too. But now I've matured. Now I take my time, moving them around, positioning them for the perfect bite to pop open that shell, then carefully separating the seed from it with my tongue, then, and this is the hard part, keeping that little seed safe in the space between teeth and tongue, I spit the shells out, and finally, after all that, I chew the seed up. I'm like a master at it, even though honestly, sunflower seeds don't really taste like nothing. I'm not even sure it's really worth all the hassle, but I like the process anyway. You see, my dad used to eat sunflower seeds too. That's where I get it from. But he used to chew the whole thing up, the seeds, the shells, everything. Just devour them like some kind of beast. See, when I was really young, I used to always ask him if a sunflower was going to grow inside him since he ate the seeds so much. He was always watching some kind of game like football or basketball, and he'd turn to me just for a second, just long enough to not miss a play, and he'd say, sunflowers be all up in me, kid. Then he'd shake up the seeds in his palm like dice before throwing another bunch in his grill to chomp down on. But let me tell you something, my daddy, he was lying. Wasn't no sunflowers growing in him. Couldn't have been. I don't know a whole lot about sunflowers, but I know they're pretty, and I know girls like them, and I know the word sunflower is made up of 2 good words, and that man ain't got 2 good words in him or anything that any girl would like, because girls don't like men who try to shoot them and their son, and that's the kind of man he was.